hmm I just wanted to take a little time off of what I was talking about.
Yes.
Mhm. There's what's known as vacation and vacation pay,
Yeah.
and you should aim to especially disconnect the first day or 2. Takes about 24 to 48 hours to turn off the neurons that have been engaged in your work activity,
Yes.
just to get free of all the stuff you've been doing. Says performance psychologist, best-selling author Jim Lohr.
Yes.
Since you're wired to be on, force yourself to do activities that absorb you so completely you simply you can't think about work. Now, I thought that was somewhat interesting that you're always on, you're always plugged in, you're always jacked in. Could you get me the vacation pay of every employee of every utility? There's this thought that in today's corporate marketplace,
Yeah.
mhm, you like to be jacked in. And a lot of the utilities that go to the various electric services of those that applied for electric service when wanting to build their own residence,
Yeah.
they have a $50 fee for 911 service. Could you get me all the 911 services of all the electric service of each and every property
Yeah.
where you do have to apply for the actual availability of utilities at the property where you build?
Yeah.
Now, let's say you work for the PUD. You've been there 10, 15, 20 years. And the thought of you disconnecting from the actual public utility district is a frustrating experience because you're really sewn into the electric grid through the 911 because of the ideology that you have to be on every customer.
Yeah.
I'm going to want to know your vacation pay and the times that you took vacation because it's July. It's that time of year
Yes.
where you should think about disconnecting that first day or two. Oh. Now, this sewing technology where you have to be on each other, I think that the utilities
Yes.
and their want to know if customers are using the utilities that they're paying for could have sewn themselves into the electric grid and then they could have went through the electric service. Oh, and then that would have been on the 911. Yeah. So just looking at the application for building,
Yes.
I'm going to want the 911 location of all electric service. And I'm going to want to know how much vacation pay you haven't used for. Sometimes when you jack yourself into the electric grid
Yes.
because you're an employee of the PUD, you feel this compulsion to be unable to disconnect from the actual sewing. Now, for the sheriffs and the police departments that said they had to be on them, if you were to travel to some other location, would you still be connected to the employees in the police department or the sheriff's department? I mean, is it a bit? Well, look at you. Why don't you get me your unused vacation pay and where you spent the last 20 years of vacation, and why it is that you have so much vacation pay as a utility employee? Now, these individuals that said, well, your dog has to go to work for you, pooch, you're going to stay home, yeah, and you're going to have double the amount of vacation. I think vacation, yes, is an attachable asset. Just